Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Pillars of Eternity Backer Beta. We are going to be trying out the monk in this little series of let's try different classes until they patch the game and make the backer beta a little bit more playable. So we are going to be trying out the monk in this episode. And I've tried out the monk once already. I have to say I like the monk a lot. It is, I don't know, it's a very strong class, very easy to use. There's nothing too fancy about the monk. And we'll go through a few of the things as we get into the game. So let's go ahead. We're going to create a male monk. I'm going to go with the Omawa, which gives us +2 mites. Which will, obviously help us for more damage in combat, so obviously a good choice. I'm going to go with the Coastal Amoa, because we get, the Coastal Amoa gains bonuses, no, not the Coastal, I want the Island Amoa. Actually, I might as well read what the other one does. Coastal Amoa gain bonus to defend against prone and stun effects, which is, I guess, interesting, but I prefer this one here, which is Long Stride. Island Amoa move 5% faster in combat, so I figure for a monk that makes sense. So that's what we're going to go with. So let's go ahead and choose and select the monk. So what do we get? We get high stamina right off the bat. Stamina and health 42 plus 14 per level, which is considered high, and it makes sense. Deflection 15, which is average, which is, I don't know, pretty good, I guess. Melee accuracy 25, which is very high, and range accuracy 10, which is low, but that's, to be expected. Starting abilities, we get wounds. Monks absorb an enormous amount of incoming damage to generate wounds. A resource that they can use to activate special powers. So that's basically the gist of the monk, really, is you get wounds, you accumulate them, and then you can use skills in combat. So that's pretty much the gist. We get stunning blows. Attacks from the monk's melee weapons can cause a stun effect and a small amount of damage. Fortitude, 1 wound. I guess it costs 1 wound to activate this. Now, I'm going to be going with the, unarmed monk, because, I mean, really, that's the only real way to play a monk. You take a monk, you don't want to be using weapons. You're going in there, fists only. So, there are abilities for fists only. We get Swift Strike, which dramatically increases the monk's recovery time between attacks for a brief time. It takes 2 wounds to activate that. Transcendent Suffering. When monks have no weapons equipped, their unarmed attacks are exceptionally powerful and continue to increase in damage as they gain levels. So that's why I want to go with the whole unarmed thing with the monk. We get +1 stealth, +1 athletics, and +1 survival. So aways we goes. So let's build this guy. Actually, taking a quick look here, we get the wounds trait, which is -20 raw damage over 10 seconds. I'm not quite sure exactly what that means. Stunning blow. Well, we just read that. It takes 1 wound to activate it. This one here, which is +2 unarmed damage, which is always active, I would assume. +2. Yeah, every level up we gain more strength or blah blah blah. And this one, Swift Strike, requires 2 wounds, and we increase our attack speed by 1.4 times. So that's actually really good, and that's probably what you want to be saving for in combat. You get the 2 wounds, activate this, and just start beating the crap out of things. So we're going to go, I don't know, I tested out, I went 15 in might. Constitution, I went 15 as well, because, we are going to be melee, we're going to be taking a lot of damage. Dexterity, I mean, accuracy is always awesome. I figure 15 in that one as well. Now, perception with the interrupt, I'm not sure. I mean, I guess as a monk it would make sense to be able to interrupt your enemies. So, I don't know, 10, I guess? 30% interrupt seems like a thing. Seems like a possible, good thing. Now, intellect, however, I don't think I need any points in intellect, to be quite honest. I mean, duration and area of effect of our spells. I mean, we don't really have spells. We have skills that we can, activate. But besides that, I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, I'll go 5, but I'm not even sure I even need 5 in there. And then resolve, well, absolutely as high as possible, 15-ish at least, because actually I'm gonna go with 16 because we got this thing going right now. But yeah, resolve, increase our concentration, which is, we don't want to be getting interrupted in combat, especially since we're melee. We're probably going to be getting hit a lot, so a high resolve. Makes a lot of sense. So we still have 2 points to use. I might as well maybe up perception once more, or maybe actually we'll go 16 might, 16 constitution, and we'll grab a culture that'll increase our dexterity. And I kind of like the Deadfire Archipelago since we are coastal. Are we coastal? No, we're island Omawa, so I guess, you know, being on an archipelago makes sense. And yeah, +1 dexterity, so that puts us 16, 16, 16, 10 perception, 5 into, I call it intelligence, but it's intellect, and 15 resolve. I think that's a pretty decent monk bill, from what I've tested. I mean, obviously, nothing is written in stones yet, but that's the route I am going in. So let's go next. I'm going to be a laborer, just because, I don't know, I want to be a laborer. No real reason besides just wanting to be a laborer. Colors. Well, colors are very important. You get extra damage for colors. Not really, but let's go ahead and, I don't know, this? No, that's too dark. Let's go, I kind of like that. That works. Except, we'll go secondary colors, something dark like that. That seems pretty good. Now let's change our look. Skin color, I kind of like this one here. Makes us look pretty badass. We'll accept that. I'm gonna go with the bald look. Actually, not that head. I like this one better. Let's go with the bald look because we are a monk. And away we go. That's it, baby. Let's rock and roll. Actually, no. We still have to choose a portrait. This is the only one that, I don't know, looks like a monk, I guess. Even though that's probably more of a barbarian. There's no other portrait really that match the this particular race right now. So I'm going to go ahead and take this. We're going to be a male wizard voice. And I'm going to name you Fist, actually. So let's go Fist. Let's go Fist things. So let's level up really quickly before we go back into, or go into the wild here. I'm just going to beef up athletics, actually, which is pretty good. I mean, it increases, or allows us to go further into, allowing characters to go farther and fight longer before they suffer penalties. So that seems like a good thing for a monk, and we do start with 1 point in there, so we might as well keep going. So we unlock this here, Long Stride, which gives us +4 movement speed in combat only, and I think it's always active. You don't actually activate this, so it's just +4 move speed in combat, which is actually really good. You can get in and out of situations really quickly, and that's part of why I like the monk. Actually, it's just a very basic, you know, class that doesn't require, you know, too much brain power to you know, use properly, and you get all these cool little perks like being able to move quickly in combat and a whole bunch of other stuff. So let's go ahead and do done. Grab the next one here. Let's keep going. Athletics. And in this one we get to choose a talent. We also unlock this this here, Torment's Reach. Requires 1 wound, but requires a melee weapon, so I'm not going to even bother reading it because we're not going to be using a weapon. So obviously the weapon talents are completely useless to us. I've checked. There's nothing that actually ups unarmed, so no point in doing that. Engagement limit was actually kind of interesting. I was thinking about it. As a monk, it probably makes sense, but then again, I probably should go high interrupt if I do that. But I actually like this one, Lesser Wounds. So it lowers the monk's wound threshold, so we, you know, I mean, the way it works, when you get wounded, you gain a wound, and I guess there's a maximum amount of wounds that you can accumulate. And I guess this will lower that threshold, but the good thing is, though, is that you gain the wounds faster, so I kind of like that. The other one here energizes the monk's swift strikes, causing anyone hit by the attack to take additional shock damage. You know what? I tried this one last time. Let me try the additional shock damage. Yeah, let me... Lightning Strikes. Let me try that. That could be cool. Let's try Lightning Strikes. And done. Other level up. Let's keep going with the athletic stuff. I mean, if this is the, you know, class I end up choosing when I, you know, play the game completely, you know, for reals, if you will, I'm not sure I would just do athletics. I kind of like stealth. I also like survival. I think survival would be very, very good for the monk, because you'll probably be using a lot of consumables, and So yeah, I'd probably level that up, but since we're just testing things out, let's just, you know, max out that one. So class unlock here, combat only, plus 25 burn damage per wound. So when we actually get wounded, we get plus 25 burn damage. I mean, I read this one and I tried it in combat. I'm not sure how this works actually. It didn't seem to work at all actually. In fact, there was a lot of bugs in my last run that really discouraged me when I was trying out the monk actually. And this might be maybe one of the last videos until they patch the game. I'm assuming they're going to patch it soon. I mean, this has been out for... When did it come out? Did it just come out this week? No, it's been 2 weeks already almost. So, I mean, I don't know what they're waiting for. Alright, let's just keep maxing that out. I mean, I know it's not easy to patch games, but, you know, still some signs of them working on something. I haven't seen any posts by the developers saying that they were actually planning a patch anytime soon. So so what do we get? We get Clarity of Agony, requires 2 wounds. We get times 0.5 duration for hostile effects. So it actually, if we have a hostile effect active on us, it will be reduced by half pretty much. So it's actually a pretty good ability to have, and you probably want to activate that as soon as possible actually. It requires 2 wounds to activate it. And Transcendent Suffering 2, so now we do plus 4 unarmed damage. So we're going to be doing some pretty kick-ass unarmed damage in combat. And I think that's it for the level ups. That is it. Yes, so nothing too fancy, but we're going to go ahead and go into combat now. So as you can see, we got our things here, our skills, if you will, that require wounds to activate. And this one here is a passive, but it's only active in combat. And it's a plus 1 move. I thought it was plus 4. What? Confused. Maybe I misread something. I thought this was supposed to be plus 4. Anyways, whatever. There's a lot of things that don't work in this game right now. It's a very buggy. There was one with the gear. I unequipped something. It removed my damage threshold, and then when I unclicked the character, went back on him, he had nothing on, but he had regained his damage threshold. So it was pretty funny. In fact, maybe I can show that right now. Maybe it's still happening. So if I remove his gear, right here, damage threshold is 6. If I remove this, I'm weird, naked looking. Okay. 0 damage threshold. Now if I click the fighter and go back, oh, it stayed 0. Okay. I guess it was with the other piece of gear that I had going on. But yeah, very weird looking naked fella. This guy is very colorful. So anyways, let's go into the combat. Actually, I don't like this gear. He starts with medium armor. Medium armor, our recovery speed is minus 30%, so I'd probably want to wear light armor on the monk, which may or may not be a good thing. I'm not sure. I mean, you want a lot of damage threshold if you're going to be melee. But we'll see. We'll see how that works out. So let's go activate this guy here. I'm just going to run in. Fuck it. There we go. So let's go ahead and do this. I actually... Whoops. I hate when I misclick things. You're going to go range. Do this. You can do this. We already selected you. Wait, you don't have a weapon equipped? What? Why the f... Did I... Why don't you have a weapon? That's the first time that my starting BB priest starts with no weapon. What the fuck is that about? Okay, well, stay back. We're not going to be using you. Maybe I fucked up and I accidentally dropped her weapon without realizing? I don't know. Whoa, what's going on here? Oh, my game is totally fucked right now. God damn. See, these are... Every time I restart a game or something, there's always a new bug. Oh, I got knocked on my ass first shot. What are you guys doing? Attack. Attack? You. No, I can't cast spells because it's all fucking ruined. And you don't have a weapon either. Oh my god. That is weird. Okay, so I got 2 characters that can't really do jack shit in combat. Can you actually cast spells, or is it yeah, you can. Okay, good. At least you can do that. There we go. There we go. We're doing pretty kick-ass damage there. I don't know how to fix that right now, actually. Let's just regenerate our stamina before we engage this other guy. Oh, a little too late. So everybody just attack, I guess. I don't know. Actually, except for you two. No, not you two. You. There we go. And you. Cast stuff. This does good damage, right? Yeah, it's not too bad. There we go. Ooh, here comes the here comes the rapage. Ah, the good old rapage. I'm gonna get completely screwed here. So let's try to knock this guy out, especially since I can't really do anything else. You know what? I might as well go for a high stamina regeneration on our. Where's the monk? Can't really click on him. Does that work if I do that? Yeah, I did. Cool. You attack. Okay, so we're at 2 wounds. Whoops. You can see it down there that our wound counter is 2. So let's go ahead and do something that will benefit us a lot, actually. Attack speed is very strong. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, I got knocked on my ass. What the fuck, man? Anyways, I mean, my last run with the monk went way smoother, and it was like awesome, strong, and everything, and I don't know what the hell is going on in this one. Doesn't help when your mage can't cast spells. That certainly doesn't help much. Alright, well, let's watch the party die. I mean, what else? What else can I do? There we go. Go in there and attack. Let's all die. You're all gonna die. There we go. Death. Come on, just die. Why aren't you knocked down? Oh, my game is really buggy right now. There we go. The super crazy lions have succeeded and have defeated the party. So, I mean, that's a quick look at the monk. I mean, I don't know. It didn't work out too well in that one, but I assure you in my last game that I tried with the monk, it went a lot smoother than that, and the monk was very, very effective in combat, very, very strong. I don't know why I was taking so much damage in that one. Maybe the enemies just got some pretty lucky, you know, hits on me. But anyway, so that's it for this tiny little episode. To be quite honest, I'm probably just going to not, you know, do videos for a little while until they patch the game. I'd really like to actually play the backer beta and do, you know, everything. I actually can't wait to do that. But as you can see, the game is so buggy right now. It's just, there's just no point. It's just, I mean, honestly, borderline unplayable, really, right now. So, but yeah, we're gonna, that's probably what I'm gonna do. So as soon as the game gets patched, I'm gonna come back in there. We're gonna do a full run of the backer beta, and I mean, I don't know, maybe I'll do another one of these episodes of Let's Try a Class Out. But I mean, obviously this one didn't work out too well. But I mean, is there another class that I'd be interested in? I mean, we got the BB Fighter, the BB Stealth. Or not the Stealth, the BB Stealth, the BB Rogue, the BB Priest, and the BB Stupidi. What's the other BB? Anyways, there's 4 basic classes we've already, you know, that we've seen. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't think there's that much left to actually try out right now. So, thanks for watching. See you all next time.